It is exactly 100 years ago that my grandfather, Michelino Nania, on October 14, 1918, there at the Argonne Forest, the Battle of CHATEAU THIERRY in France, was wounded by hand grenade, wounded by shrapnel, face and legs. He got a Purple Heart years later for it. He was a United States Army private infantryman. Here we are 100 years later, Sunday, October 14th, 2018, 100 years later, and I'm paying tribute to him. I've put up my black and white suit on here as we look into the sunset as October 14th goes away into the distance. I remember him well, and I want to just talk about him a little bit. I even put him on my CD here. The Chronicles of Nania, pictures of him. There he is. There he is with his son, my father, Frank Nania. Stories of him over the years, what happened back in New York over the years. Shrapnel hit him, German hand grenade, October 14th, 1918. He was a barber. He came home to New York after being in France. He had to work 2 days a week as his naturalization papers, his birth certificate, his marriage certificate. He was born in Catanzaro, Italy, January 16, 1889. Came to America at age 21, 1910. 1918, he's back fighting in the war in France as a United States infantryman. And I want to pay tribute to him because he's a good man. There's his Purple Heart. God bless him. 100 years ago, Argonne Forest, October 14, 1918, Lorraine Front. Look at that. Wounded by shrapnel and face. For years, he couldn't work properly. He was a barber. There's his license. But he couldn't work but 2 days a week. He was on disability. There's many of his medals and my father's medals as well. But most of all, his Purple Heart here. Let's take our hats off to Michelino Nania. 100 years ago, hurt by a German hand grenade. And there you go, Michelino Nania. God bless you, Michelino. I love you, Grandpa. Thank you. People like you have kept us alive. Purple Heart.